You're watching your Monday Fanzone as we build up to the final game of match week 28. West Ham taking on Newcastle. And to help us preview this, we've got a couple of fans joining us. So Lucas from Poland, who's a West Ham fan, and Roy, who's in Qatar, who is a Newcastle fan. We can see very clearly there. We'll come to you first, Lucas, because, of course, West Ham, you're looking for 3 wins on the bounce. The first one coming against Arsenal. Then Leicester, I guess, less predicted given where they are in the table. But now you've got a chance to beat another top side. How do you feel Graham Potter has managed to change things around for the Hammers?
Oh, he was great so far for West Ham. So since he joined, a lot of things has changed. You know, how West Ham plays, how much intensity the players put into the game. The tactic is quite clear and logical, and fans finally understand what West Ham want to play. So I can only say good things about Graham Potter, and we have no pressure right now. So I think it's also a big comfort for West Ham. Today's game against Newcastle, it will be a tricky one. It will be difficult. But again, West Ham is not fighting for anything. We just want to improve every week, every game, and that's what West Ham players are aiming for today.
You're right, Lucas. It should be tricky. But Roy, I just want to ask you, because, you know, Isak came after, you know, he's a little bit fatigued, you know, in the last game. Do you hope that Eddie Howe maybe rests some player with the big cup final coming up at the weekend?
Yeah, it's a bit of a dilemma for Eddie. Is he gonna
What would you do, Roy? Don't talk about dilemmas for your manager. If you were the one who's in charge, what would you do?
I'll go full squad today and then worry about the final when it comes. Because we're playing Liverpool as well, so there's no guarantees we're going to win that game. So we'll have to go for it in this one. And especially after all the results that went against us yesterday. So yeah, I'll have to go for it today.
Yeah, you're
and
5
points
off top 4, so it makes sense you saying that. So does that mean that you would rather Champions League football or the Cup at the weekend?
No, I'll have the cup.
You want mine in the bag. It's so close, and you've been so close
get
before.
the cup first,
Yeah. But you know what, Lucas, I want to go back to you, because Jarrod Bowen's been terrific, you know, since he come back from injury before and afterwards. He's been absolutely terrific. He leads by example. He can play on the right, can play up front. How important is he to West Ham?
He's a true captain. I think a lot of people were wondering, can he fill Mark Noble's shoes? You know, is he a character as strong as Mark Noble was in the past? Because Mark Noble is the biggest, like a real benchmark for a captain at West Ham. But I can say that we can really see this leadership coming from Jarrod Bowen, and he proved on and off the pitch that he's a true leader, and yeah, definitely one of the best players we currently have.
Yeah, and I mean, every time, you know, he steps up and he's the main man, always scores important goals for West Ham. He's going to be really important to Graham Potter. And we just got a graphic of his stats here, Łukasz. How important his goal involvements this season: 7 goals, 4 assists, 11. He's 4 ahead of Thomas Souček. And so, you know, going forward, the West Ham fans saying they need a striker. Evan Ferguson's coming in, but look, he's still the main man, Bowen. So you expect him to play up front tonight?
Yes, definitely. I think Kudus and Bowen will be up front today, and that's the tactic Graham Potter plays. We have Ferguson on the bench, and I'm sure he will get some minutes, but Kudus and Bowen are the main strikers for West Ham right now, and this tactic, this formation really works well right now, so I don't think we will be changing much in the current situation.
Roy, how would you rank Newcastle's season so far?
Rank as in a number?
Out of 10. Out of 10, Roy. Mark out of 10, Roy. Come on.
6.5.
6.5?
6.5.
Really?
Yes.
Have you been, slightly disappointed with the season so far?
Yeah, we had a really slow start. We managed to win a few games, but the form wasn't really that good. Then we had I can call it purple patch in December when we started winning. We won 6 games in a row, and then
how important do you think Champions League football will be to keep your key players like Alexander Isak, for example?
Yes, it's really important. I mean, it's not just Isak. You've got Tonali and Bruno Guimaraes as well. So, I mean, even if I think we get to Europa League, that won't be as bad as well. But if we miss out on Europe altogether, then it's going to be hard keeping those players in here.
Okay, Roy, very quickly, score prediction for tonight, Roy, very quickly.
I shouldn't go against my team, but they beat us at home as well. And then top 4, and we're missing our whole left side. Unfortunately, I'm going to
Quickly,
go
Roy.
West Ham 3, Newcastle 1.
3-1 West Ham. Lucas, very quickly, score prediction.
2-0. Clean sheet for
Lucas
West
looks
Ham.
surprised, Roy, that you went
Wow.
against your team
Roy,
there.
I can't
Lucas,
believe
Roy,
that.
thank you so much for joining
Roy.
us, helping us build up to Monday Night Football as West Ham take on Newcastle. Kickoff will be at 8 p.m. UK time. Leroy, always a pleasure to have you.
Loved it, Anita.
Even if you're going to go for Arsenal, Mikel Arteta, I feel like I'm one of his soldiers now.
You are one of his soldiers. You got to keep the faith. Keep the faith.
For next
Keep
season?
the belief for next season. Yeah.
Oh, right, okay.
Never
Well,
mind.
as always, thank you for joining us on your Monday Fan Zone. Take care and enjoy the football later.
Oops.